to try and play the retake into this.
Very slow, very
refight. Oh wait, this could be explosive right now. They want to try and fight this one! Straight into the maw, G2! Man, he like stacked him up and knocked him down again. And already revealed close quarters into the pillar. That's going to be Finesse, not long for this. Whoa, the Jogamo just cleaning him up.
Jonah is yet to use his stun. He does a really good job of keeping that tool online for these later rounds. Leaf caught off, but just goes 1-for-1 the Ghost.
Yeah, dropped out there towards the side as well. We're going to see Jorg is immediately supplementing the defense ever so slightly, but the slow play of NRG is working in their favor to a degree, but they're going to be meeting. Open arms to Trent, it's close quarters now with a stinger in hand. Strikes back, a lot of damage done, softening up these NRG players. Not much you can really do into this one. You're just going to be stepping straight into a trap that's been primed and ready over towards B. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You're just going to scurry away and see what else you can get.
I mean, give the kill.
Look at any changes they want to make playing with this Raze instead of the Neon here.
This is where we see the strategy come out from NRG, I'm telling you. This is what it was all about. Where did that happen?
Finesse?
Still holding it down.
Josh, if Finesse is the better frag in IGL, here's his chance to show it.
A Jorg is not going to clear this.
Oh, Jorg just snaps to the side. I mean, 90 degrees. He just cleans him all the way up. And here's that ult that's been built up prior. Quick exchange of the weapons, and now we're going to see it. Dimensional drift. See what info we can get on top of all of it. It's going to be that fault line. You can see it. Jonah P's waiting for it like a heat-seeking missile. He's looking for the right target. Popped it in through the back of the site. Vulnerable up, stunned up. Not a chance in hell for Ethan. The rest of his team, NRG, have got a decent foothold for now, though, towards the back of the site. They're going to look to try and push this one back fully for the bonus round of G2. They're looking for value, and Leaf is getting it. It leaves it just as Som in a 1v2, tucked to the corner. A lot of damage done to Leaf. Barely a shred to survive, and he has isolated it into the 1v1, but does he expect the reposition up to the side? It's missed entirely, and Jonah P converts it up, adds the bonus to the tally.
It's an awkward spot there.
That plays. Saw a great display there to get Jaw a completely free kill and open that map up on the retake.
This could be deadly. It's Leaf Outlaw in hand.
He's abusing that gun to maximum potential.
Look at the way as well, on anti-ecos, how G2 stack over towards B more than they would usually. This time you see Leaf again taking contact here, but they're making sure that if NRG do the classic, we hit B on an eco round, that G2 have got the personnel ready to defend.
Quick swing in through the back though, Ethan. Quick to dismiss Leaf. G2 are happy to play this one though fully for the retake. They've got to at least carve out a bit of map control. In through A, looks like Stairs is going to be the name of the game.
Jonah, Trent both have their rechargeables online.
Making their way forwards here. Finesse really needs to be the playmaker. The dagger in the back, and he hears it. Multitudes of players still. They whip it around to the sides of the rifles in hand. It's a 2v1. As quick as that, Ethan isolating it. Brings us to that 1v1, ult earned on top of it. Jogan with a tap as well. Completely avoided, but with the shots fired off, Ethan, he's still gonna go for it. Rolling Thunder going wide and damage done. Jorg single digits, yet where the hell is he pulling that from?
Against his former teammate of all people, Job.
And squeezing onto Finesse now. They know that he's relatively alone. There's no pincer maneuvers happening from the B side, but they are running this guy down. He needs to be very careful of that. Leaf. Isolated on a bit of an island, stunned up to the side and needs some support and backup. That's a pit drop down up top though, that's matter. Precision is necessary and Leaf has been cleaned up. Light removed from the site. 3v4 scenarios where G2 find themselves in.
Really good pace on that hit from NRG. As soon as they spotted an opening, they pounced. Leaf was not allowed any moment to thrive, but what's going on there?
Someone's been cleaned up.
It feels like G2 have got an opening back into the round.
It's a 3v3, they're waiting for the right timings onto this one. Door's going to be opening wide at a moment's notice, and there it is. Paranoia sweeps forwards, fully blinded up as well. There's a return of the fire. NRG doing anything to stem the bleeding. Anything to survive here. Matt has got to do so much more, and it's just impossible for him. G2, where did they get this level of discipline from?
Seeing all that util, I think NRG believe that G2's put a lot of resources into the C fight, but
no way.
That's just spam.
I mean, it's pure instinctual, no? Yeah, a bit of spam onto the corner, maybe aware that he'd already crossed in here in that TP, and this is NRG just being picked to pieces across the map. Any cohesive idea that they might have had.
They're also just playing very spread. I mean, Mada was just trying to find an individual timing there. It wasn't really based off a wider game plan, I don't think.
Leaf's not being denied any of this. Armageddon to try and push these players straight into the fight and fray, but there's a tight corner and a gap to play in. Weaving in and out, back and forth. Trent calling for a bit of help. That's Jorgamo with a tidy little three-piece. It's Waterfall. They want to try and push past the lines of scrimmage, see what they can get here. With Util held out into the hands. Stuns flying forwards, and really, to the dismay of NRG, they're just unable to really carve out any sort of path. There's 8 seconds remaining. Spikes in his hands. Brook, he needs a bit more where that came from. 2. Still time has ran away entirely.
You.
Deep fight, though.
Yeah, they haven't actually found a way past this one. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Jorgamo! Yeah, stunned up and suppressed from the drone. There's no escape occurring. Leaf on the back line. Armageddon to try and push them back and away to buy a bit of extra time for these players to get in. Finesse has not been spotted and has not been cleared. It's a tidy 2-piece for this IGL. He's done a lot to try and stop whatever could be occurring here. Just wrangles the rifle in play. Ethan finally putting a stop to Trent and Leaf onto the flank here. Trying to play the percentage play, just buy this time, but what can you really do in this spot? A 1v3, you have to ISO every single fight available. And NRG are not willing to give up too much more. Doubled up, high-low, just trying to bait that swing out.
You read this?
Yeah, set up. Jorgamo's got a flash being held, there it is. It's a fault line and a paranoia. So stop her, you're blind as anything. Yeah, matter. You had no choice but to let loose a bit, but he just ended up dying anyway, and waiting and walking all the way in. Finesse is alone on a bloody island. The rest of his team not following up behind it and spam through B main.
Wasn't looking at the right stuff.
Paranoia is good as well. That's a great connection. Kills need to be late claim to Valin. How are you doing that? He squares straight up. Wins the fight out, Ethan. Left alone. Too much to do into this spot here. Defending, see if they take this time in fast enough. Rolling Thunder through into the corner, and here it is. This is where the danger lies. They do not know that Jorgamo crouched down into the corner. It's a 3-piece for him. It's a perfect... He's lucky to be alive as well. That's a mad dash and evacuation away. You can see Brock, he's considering it. Bits and pieces of Util now for the rubble. Re-clearance out through A, but Jonah P primed and holding down the line. Swinging out wide, wall up. Door opened up on top of it, so quick pivot again from NRG. They want to move, moves over, but this is just Jorgamo. He's taking liberties in the moment.
What a beautiful read there from Jorg. After the pivot comes through, his bait and switch spot wasn't really relevant, and now he's got the dimensional drift to clear out and look for all of the aggressive spots that NRG are going to be fighting over.
Yeah. Matter, I don't think he's going to anticipate this yet. Leaf tucked to the side once more. It's the bait and switch setups. Hiding their intent, G2 as well, making sure that there's no possible option for a B pivot, which is exactly what NRG are trying to go for. All into blue room, Armageddon up top. This is going to be close here, pushing these players into the sight lines. Jorgamo somehow wins up that fight onto the flank here. Still, blue room needs to be accounted for with only 18 seconds left. No one's watching their backs, putting a squeeze onto them. It's a vice script that G2 have layered down, yet still a player advantage is somehow found here for NRG, but they're just running out of time. It's a tap from Mado. Which direction are you really going to be sending this one in? There's 5 seconds left, and a double peek forwards anyway. 4 seconds remaining, barely getting onto it, yet somehow, no way, man, Valin.
See me hung up by my boxes somewhere.
All right, let's see. How much does this get dragged out? Did G2 just...
It's a good start.
Nice early end to this, potentially. Yeah, it's a good start for NRG. Opening pick-off for them. Spike dropped down as well into rubble.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot to try to retrieve that, actually, especially with the 1-1. But like I said, a strange, bad game from Som so far. He's normally up at the top of the scoreboard.
Committed, not quite. Pushed back, I think, by the salvos.
Are they going back to A here? They might have baited Mada in.
They have. It's just this slow play. It's just baiting these players from NRG, hunting for any sort of mid-round information. And they are just falling, dropping like flies.
John out. 2 for 2 against his former initiator.
Spike planted.
Sticking with the plan. Coming up close again. Leaf, is he going to be anticipated onto this angle?
No.
Doesn't even matter if he's anticipated.
It's tragic. Every spot you see like that, where it should be an NRG player that's like prime ready for the kill.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You watch a pistol like...
Some sort of response. Deep push from Mada. Find out if this one's anticipated. Stays his hands just tilting onto the shoulder. Aiming to take the fight. G2 can do no wrong. Hear it. Jump spot, rumble of footsteps. Not sure if he's going to be anticipating 2 of these plays. The fault line, no way. No way. Tiny's the corners here. ADS up. Now will be falling into the end here. NRG find themselves with a bit of an advantage. Gotta be careful where you step, Trent, but still he's sharp and snappy with the aim. Sting it in hand, leaving it just down to 1v1. Som 10 HP in a dream, and it will remain just that. 13-1 is the finish. I think that might come their way. 10 seconds pass. Looking to send it further forwards here, and there it is. Not anticipating that Matter was cut up close into the corner. That was just
You call an audible because NRG's original setup was pretty good.
Smoke's blooming. Salva's going to be covering away here, but a nice little perch for Som to sit on. Usually takes Trent out of the fight already. Still the plan going to be going down. Needs to be some level of coverage there from G2, making sure that there's no repush in through tree for now, but they need a few picks and they need it now. That paranoia just not quite connecting. Som fully cleaning them up, and Matter 2 spilling into the side, looking to see if they can gain an advantage, any sort of position onto it. Finesse, flashback forwards, there's a refight occurring, but no one's watching the back of the stairs, and these players are being picked to pieces. NRG, what was looking like such a great beginning to the map, might just be tilted. Swiftly spun straight back onto their heads here. Matter's just holding, hoping and praying that somebody will walk into that. The paranoia is good. Putting a squeeze onto this one. There's a critical kill to try and find Jonah P, but they still can't remove this guy. G2, just so...
And going for a re-exec there. You're not always sacrificing your waylay for these set plays.
Matter's on an island here. Might be able to at least take one head off, not quite. Leaf is far too sharp. Woke up early today. You see it, Thorns going up and overhead. This is G2. They've inserted Jorgmo for a late-stage backstab. He's just tucked himself down into mid while the side take comes through. G2 will be able to get access to this one. It's left open and freely here for NRG, and here comes that backstab attempt. Swinging right from the side, a refract as well. Now Jorgmo is going to have to worry about his back here. Double dash, light speed all the way from the side, and Som just can't manage it. No way, man. Jorgmo is not slowing down.
Yeah, it literally looks like just bullying in mid from George.
The attempt and the approach now from G2, at least to see if they can pull some sort of reaction. Cutting it close, rebound off to the side, a flash as well. It's all picture perfect. Still the dart is a little bit even better, I would say, with Rourke. Picks up the one, looking to try and slow this one down, and he's going to need to be honest, because Ethan is on an island. Back to the wall, he's got Som to supplement and help him out as well with the reinforcements arriving, but the pause essentially called for. G2 just slowly trying to dissect this one. Smoke propped up, a bit of spam just removes one layer of it. They got to suspect that there could be an additional player. And Ethan's going to reveal himself anyway. Layers down an aid, it just lands short and shy of the mark. They know he's there. It's just an inevitability. He's going to need a miracle, I think, to try and clean this one up. And the discipline of G2 is not going to allow it. Leaves it just down to the one now. Brock in an unwinnable situation in a 1v3. He's got to know what his players are, but Valorant is just too back. But a win here overall into the series will set G2 up with a lock in the playoffs for stage 1. They're showing no signs of slowing it down. NRG just trying to prime themselves up for this retake, as well as Util comes flying forwards. Jonah P very aware of the angles, just trying to survive the spam coming his way. A flood out now in through Heaven as well. They're putting a squeeze onto variety of these players. Swinging out wide in front of Dice. NRG attempt to dissect up through onto the site once more. The Thorn's not broken in time, and Brock, oh my, has to step back a little bit, taking damage into the process, jumping through in your face. Shorty in play. Jorgmo is
The null command or the convergent paths, because they used them on an anti-eco, which is a bit of a weird decision, and there goes Valen at the start of the round.
Finally, it's Matter getting some value out of this operator. He's been holding on to this one, taking pot shots as well. It's a stray spam. That's meant to punish Matter onto this angle and line, and even go for another peek. Another chance, another pop at it. Jonah P slowly crawling up onto the line aside on the angle. Ethan looking to fill in the holes in the potential defensive setup here for NRG.
Mata's walked all the way through. He might have a timing onto Trent here, but they're so ready. Any position where you think a G2 player might get caught off guard, just turn and punish.
Potentially overzealous there here. Steel Guard is going to be overlapping, clearing most of the way. Opportunities for Ethan to potentially avoid. That's the refract, gets the info, knows that at least there's one there, but it's going to be fading away in the gun. Line straight back up. A rare mistake potentially here from G2, and Ethan's quick to capitalize. Choose up.
On this reflank is perfect from Jorgmo.
And he's already slipped straight behind. There seems to be that level of awareness potentially. No, Brock is just all over the place here, and he's none the wiser. None the wiser at all. Joyamo.
They won one round. Yeah, it's
well, here it is. Aggro play from NRG, just trying to triple up and face this one. Overwhelmed with a bit of brute force in action, but oh my, you've been slow to a crawl. And here's the punish, capitalizing and collapsing onto these players. There's no hope anymore, NRG, man. Pack kill 2 players with a stinger.
Well, he ran out of time and then got one exit kill and died.
Yeah, that could be it.
No, he actually did, though.
Okay,
But
but
he
he has run out of time.
Yeah, no time, unfortunately.
Not exactly playing to his outs in this spot. 6-1. I mean, it's so brutal. This map should be extremely defense-sided. I think especially with
Series locks them into playoffs for stage 1.
Mata back to the well in mid.
Trying to go for that peek. This is hyper aggro as well. It needs to be that covering fire all throughout into mid. They've got a crossfire setup. It's just an attempt to slow down what NRG are cooking up. There's no other map control really for G2. So got to see if they can punch a hole through the wall and find a way out of it themselves. And that's why they're doubled up, close quarters, just cutting it up. Tied onto these angles, just trying to make sure that it's quirky enough that NRG potentially are ready for them. Valin, almost not to be denied, but he's left it into the 1v1 in capable hands indeed. It's Trent against the world, and it's just pure.
Well, 7-1 to this point. And here's Jaws ult coming in, split towards A.
Conversion pass, there's no escaping that one, buddy. Yep, jumping in, that's low grab mode for you, Finesse. Straight back to the spectator seat, maybe you can come from that angle. Brock sniffs it out, he knows where Jorgamo is pathing out. It's going to be communist to his team, but it doesn't matter if you already know where it is, because Som in a difficult position to try and fight his way out of. Doesn't know which way to look in a spot like that. This is just a complete dismantling from G2. Picking apart the defensive plays and setup of NRG. Rapidly going out towards heaven. That's given up a kill with Jorg going down. Matter, quick dash off to the side. Attempt to cut it up. Now a bit more disciplined, tempered and instilled really from these G2 players. I love that engagement. Matter trying to make the most out of this particular spot, dropping down. Ethan's even finding another one. It's one of the best opportunities NRG have had in a long while. Tap out, forcing these players out wide. And now for the close quarters engagement, they've got to know exactly where he is. And Trent, barely alive, shredder health to his name, yet still wins out that fight. And time has been bought with a salvage. Don't tell me he wins this, Brock. Barely on it for time.
Yeah, he's got no time.
Oh, the circle's already shrinking. What a disaster for NRG.
I hate the way that
Oh yeah, knife out through the back as well. Som, good luck in this one, son. Puts down the anchoring smoke at least just in time. He's able to get that one down. And NRG just kind of biting from the sides, aren't they? Making it nice and difficult for G2 to get comfortable in this spot and position, but they do eventually clear out that pesky problem that was Som. Lay it down to the bottom. NRG just trying to flood their way straight back into this one. As that cloudburst fades. Matter, already just a 3-piece, but dropped down in a moment's notice.
And they've got a cross. I mean, Leaf can essentially just bait the plant here and get the kill. Finesse trying to make sure that he isolates the 1v1s.
Just a stinger in hand though and drop to low and actually have a smoke finally, one for CT, but out towards the back of the site. How are they going to be dealing with this player? Playmaker, Ethan, could potentially do a lot here from that spot. Oh, and he does indeed! Nailed at his feet, classic right-click in play, even going for another attempt. Go with things, dash in through the back, it's pure chaos, it's pure anarchy. But NRG, they fought. How's that happen? Oh, there it is, aggro play! Oh, the knives are going all over the bloody place, and hard committal onto the corner. Trent still gets a kill in the midst of it.
Maybe if G2 bought a couple less lattes, they'd have a purchase this round.
Yes. Stop going for the avocado toast, millennials.
Really not. Slight speed straight in through onto the site, using the Dykes as a bit of coverage as well. Fire into the back, and that's an ult as well, supplementing it. Reinforcements arriving, but it's Som essentially alone into this one. Damage done to Jorgamo, surely enough to try and claim that second kill, yet somehow Jorg finds it anyway. Squaring up to the fight, Leaf, he was eager to draw some blood out towards Market, even contemplating it. Shorty in hand! He can't keep getting away with this! Quick contact caught here. Jorgamo's going to get his time to shine. Not like he's been lacking it so far in this map. Now he's had to bide his time for now, but there it is. Bullets finally flying forwards. A bit of util to supplement. Doesn't matter if you're lit up behind the screen right now. That is overwhelming presence. It's an onslaught. Delivered up on the platter. G2, it's 11.
No.
My bad. Yeah, that was 3.
All right, G2 better wrap this up. I don't know. Podcast might be too much for us.
NRG are forced here.
Yeah, they certainly have. Straight into the Owlor Jorgamo. Not much pushback from that one there. G2 are happy to play this one cautiously. Yes, you can close the door. Yes, you can get control of the site. They're very comfortable Play retaking this spot. A lot of damage done to Jorgmo. He's got to be careful, cautious here. Maybe even anticipating. Lovely flash peek. Son was ready for that one, primed on top of it. It's Ethan who was really setting this one up, but still, flash, well, it does go both ways there, so Jorgmo's going to be peeking straight through onto that smoke, and that's a huge connection, underhanded, everybody blind as absolutely anything, and his post-plant positioning is dire, it's atrocious. They've been completely cut out of the sight. Full stick, full peace of mind, and 12 rounds for G2. 30 minutes on KO ever.
I mean, some of those KO lineups now will not work as well, absolutely, because some of them will pop too early now.
It's a good opener.
It's a great shot.
Yeah. Matter. Beheading at
Trent, check his PC, please. Look at his face. We can't believe it.
Ah, buddy. Okay.
With an Ares.
Okay. Joke's like, you know, I hit him 140. You could spam in the market, actually. You might be able to get a kill. And Trent's like, okay, all right, I'll do it. Now he's feeling the heat and the pressure, but it's being relieved immediately. That's Valin returning, ADS'd up, just having a field day here. It's like he's in the training range. See what kind of high score you can really get. 2 players against the world, backs against the wall here. Finesse is making the most of it. He's carved out a bit of a path into mid. Gonna be able to course without evacuation, but hold on to the heels. Finesse, hold on. Yeah, the collapse might be occurring. He just needs to bide his time and wait for the right moment here. Getting up. Oh my, that's snappy. And now Trent, oh no, he's closed the door. He's closed the door. Oh, but he blocks anyway from his own salvos. He's trying to isolate this fight out. This is it for all the marbles for the 13th round on the board. Finesse. Roseman.
Uh-oh.
I'm really quite concerned. I'm really quite concerned. Oh, it's the bait. It's the bait. Oh my God, he saturates himself in the process. Pick it back up, go on. Family heirloom, pass it around, it's in the will. And out through main. Okay, this is steadily being cleaned up. With only 15 seconds left, they're lucky that there's no more bodies to really contest with onto the site. Could have been a bit more dangerous.
One enemy remaining.
I'm looking for the ultimate snowball here. Not quite seeing it, but
Trade off here, Jonah P. Tucked tight to the corner, onto the wall as well. Off his contact, there's probably going to be some level of presence on the rest of his team. Yet shots are missing, going wide. It's a mad dash and spray down attempt here. This is Ethan and Finesse doing a decent job dissecting up most of the site, but they're going into a different direction.
The ops here, Bren. Jorgmo has been weighted in this entire round.
Where's he going? Skipping a hop, making all the noise into the world. They've slowed it down to the right moments, but you only have 20 seconds to work with here. And Jorgmo with his op, as you mentioned. Wow, what a shot by Matter.
20 seconds on the clock. It's actually pretty tough for one Waylay to be able to shut everything down on that side.
Last player standing.
One of those guns will fall for G2. Should mean they're going to have some rough weaponry going into this next one. For NRG thus far, it has just been success in the way that they've been wanting to play this game the entire series. These very slow attack side mid-round. This Leaf gets to keep his gun.
Besides, bit of a reveal of the hands, to be honest, in terms of that one. And the, well, dash just barely fading out. Matter was trying to make the most of this one still.
And the only hero rifle in G2's hands
30 seconds.
are waiting.
I'm really worried about this one. Valen's got orders well for a quick reinforcement over towards the side. Matter though, decapitates Leaf, takes him out. Center of lane, big reveal in through the back as well. Trent, surely no longer for this world, and it's a lovely quick scope. Put a cap onto the round overall for NRG G2. Not too many more chances left into this one for them. Valin and Jorgmo gonna have to bide their time and look forwards to the next.
And if you were an NRG fan, you wanted to see Matic getting online. This rookie has been the bright spot in what has been a really rough year. NRG again letting the clock drain down, and G2 with Jorgmo positioned deep in mid. He'll find a kill there onto Ethan.
Go.
And a paranoia to sweep forwards. This is the guy with the spike. Armageddon layering it down in front of him. He's got the
10
spike.
seconds.
He needs to plant this. It's in no man's land. And it's done. It's a wrap. It's curtains drop. Fade to black. G2 are going to playoffs no matter what.
What a way to end.
Defenders
Brock
win.
with 3, but pure.